So after that, I just turn, like in less than 3 seconds, I just turn and I see a parked police vehicle. I'm like, great. God is wonderful. So I ran to them. I'm like, excuse me, I've just been robbed. That is the boss going. And I pointed at it. And then they said, oh, really? Wow. Okay. Do you have a piece of paper? I said, no. I said, do you have a biro? I said, no. I said, okay, you need to go and get us a piece of paper and a biro and then write a statement. Okay, so a quick couple of would you rather questions, okay? Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure? Were you born ready? Okay, let's do this. So first one, I'll start with you, okay? Would you rather live in Lagos or Abuja?
Lagos.
Tell me why.
Because Lagos is my home. I was born here.
Confused. That's the only reason.
That's the only reason. I don't know anything about Abuja. I don't want to know anything about Abuja.
You're very loyal.
It's not about loyalty. I just like it here. I'm familiar.
Nice. Deep. Okay, are you ready? Sure?
Same question.
Should I give you the same question?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah. Lagos or Abuja?
I would want to go to Abuja. I've been once. And that's all. And then I'm bored with Lagos, so I would want to go to Abuja.
Okay. All right. So I'll start with you now. Next one. Would you rather say all your thoughts out loud or not be able to speak for the rest of your life?
No, I would rather wait, say it again.
Would you rather say all your thoughts out loud or not be able to speak for the rest of your life? Hey. I thought you said we're both ready.
I would say all my thoughts out loud. I cannot
all
not
your thoughts.
Speak.
All your thoughts.
Well, who is gauging that they're actually all my thoughts? So
interesting.
I've hacked it.
Deep. Talk to me.
I think I'd say all my thoughts out loud because
you have so much in your mind that you cannot keep quiet.
No one can beat me at the end of the day.
Oshie, you're your own boss. I like it. Okay, so the last one. I'll start with you. You ready? Would you rather date someone who is super into fitness or is artistic?
Artistic.
This is why you're smiling about the artistic part. Tell me why you're smiling.
I'm in a relationship with an artist. Okay. End of story.
Sorry, guys, she's not single. Sorry. How about you?
Same thing, artistic.
So what happens to all the guys that go to iFitness or wherever?
I'm sure that they have their own target.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm super screaming. Okay, guys. So hi, you're welcome to the 21st year. And I have two special, amazing, beautiful, stunning ladies with me today. And we're here to talk about an interesting topic. But before I get to it, let's get to meet them. So tell us about yourself, tell us your name and a little bit about yourself so we get to know you.
Okay, my name is Oke. I'm 23. What else about me? I like watching movies and I run a crochet business. Nice. Make cute stuff.
What you're wearing, I love
like
it.
This.
Looks super cool.
Follow me on Instagram.
Great. You should tell us your Instagram handle so that we can follow and stuff.
Can plug it at the end.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, I love your hair.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So nice to meet you. Okay. How about you?
I'm Anniedora. I'm the podcast director for the Noisy Streets. And I'm also a social media manager. I have my own podcast as well. That's all about me right now.
That's all about you right now. Great. I'm sure that with these introductions, our listeners and viewers are eager to get to know you better and know more about you. Okay. So I was saying that we have this very interesting topic and I love it so much because it's very controversial and I hope you're ready, Sha. So our topic today, this episode, is fight or flight. Can a young Nigerian succeed in Nigeria today? I'm sure many of you are on one side of the fence, whether to japa or to stay and fight for the country that you so believe in. And, you know, we've just gone through the whole election period and people are like at that crossroad. Should I stay? Should I not stay? And what do I do? So we just want to get to know your stories, get to know your Nigerian experience and get to know what side you're on and where your head is at, okay? So let's start with you, Anniedora. Just tell us a little about your Nigerian experience and what side of the fence you're on.
I'm on the side of flying and living. I do not have the energy to fight.
That's why you're not even walking away and flying.
I'm not ready to fight. I think it's harder to fight when the people it seems like you're fighting for don't even want to be fought for. If you get what I mean. A great deal of people are okay being ignorant of what is happening and the issues that actually hold this country back. So it's like, I might as well bye.
She had philosopher to things about you. Because you're spilling like some deep stuff. So you want to run away.
I don't have
you want
the
to
energy.
Problem. Oh, yeah, talk to me, Auntie.
Selfishly, for me and my own progress, I want to get out of here as fast as possible. But it doesn't mean that I don't feel attached to my country, and like I do want the best for it, and I will do my best, but I'm not going to extend myself in terms of freedom fighter vibes. But I would like, in anywhere I am, and the fact that like this is my home, this is my community, I will do what I can for the people around me, but like nationwide, I'm not, no.
Okay, so I want to ask you a follow-up question to that here. Some people like, I mean, you already started the sentence or the statement with like the word selfish.
Yeah.
So some people will say like, if you're just doing that and you're not like trying to like spread your wings across like a number of people, then that's like the reason why the country is the way it is now. Like things become hard when you're just working, to support the people around you and not like the entire community or like spreading your light across the nation. So what would you say to that?
So anything I'm doing for myself and for like the people around me, even though it's like selfish for my benefits, it's not ever going to be disadvantageous for anybody else. So I'm never going to step on anybody to do anything for myself. So that's the difference between what I'm doing and like why the country is shit. It's not because people are being selfish. You have to be selfish in life. It's not because people are being selfish, because people are being individualistic in a way that only benefits them, and also they're stepping on people to get to where they want to be. So if Nigeria was even like working a little bit, I would be here. It's because nothing is like every time I go outside, it's like
nothing's working.
Nothing is working. I'm afraid I'm gonna die every time I step out of my house. Like a trailer is going to fall.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah, so like it's that's not
okay. So let me ask both of you two questions. How are you, Anniedora? Okay. Let's even get to know how well you know Nigeria. Let's even start from there. Okay. So how many states in Nigeria have you been to?
Hold on. Right.
Yeah, you can just list them out. I'll count
I've
with you.
been to Oyo.
Oyo 1.
Osun State.
2.
I've been to Abuja.
3.
Lagos.
4. Your special Lagos.
What else have I been to? Ogun State.
5.
Abeokuta is in Ogun State.
yes, yeah.
Okay. Ondo State.
You've been to Ondo State?
Yes,
too?
Akure.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay,
actually.
6. Okay. So 6.
I'm sure there's like
1 or 2 extra.
Okay,
You're
no,
very sure.
No, that's
Now, when I ask, have you been to? I don't mean have you passed through.
No.
You've
I've
been
been
there.
yeah.
You like spent more than an hour there.
Yeah.
You spent a night.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, we'll come to that. How about you? Okay, talk to me.
I've been to Delta State,
1,
Edo State,
2,
Lagos. I live in Lagos. I've been to Abuja.
3, 4.
Where's Idonre Hills?
It's in Ondo State.
I've been to Ondo State.
5.
That's all.
So 5.
Yeah.
5, 6.
No, I just remembered I've been to Anambra State.
You've been to the Anambra State.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. I forgot.
Girl, how could you forget?
But yeah, so
My
6,
God.
7.
Okay. So since I'm from Ondo State, I want to ask you what your experience was like. Tell me what your experience in Ondo State was like.
Okay. It was on a school trip to Idonre Hills.
Just that.
Yeah. So
how did you experience that, feeling climbing up these very high hills?
it was fun. It was very like it wasn't strenuous. It was just more exciting, and like there was a lot of adrenaline. It was cool. I was with my friends.
Great.
It was nice.
And then you loved like climbing up there, and you saw it. Was it a beautiful sight when you got to the top?
It was incredible. I must have been like 12, so I was very agile. So it wasn't it wasn't problematic at all, but it was cool to see. Like that was crazy. That's like the first time I've ever been on like a high hill or anything like that.
Nice. Okay. How about you? Just like one fun place that you went to any of these your 6, 7 states?
Well, I did go to Idonre Hills.
Okay,
I
aside
went
Idonre Hills.
later.
You guys stop farming my states. Please.
Sorry.
It's okay, but okay, talk to me. You went
When I went,
later.
I went
12,
in, I think 200 level with some friends. We did like a road trip and went to Idonre Hills.
Oh, fun.
I didn't really, after like the second step, I was like, oh, guys.
Okay, so no wonder why you already told us before that you rather not be with somebody who is super fit, but somebody who's artistic.
I'm screaming.
The
shade.
It was really, really nice. It was awesome, especially on the hill when we did get there. But the journey to getting there, the waterfalls too was very, very nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, had to take a lot of, you guys, let's rest.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So I asked these questions because you've been to like 7 states in Nigeria, you've been to 6 states, there are about 5 in Nigeria. So somebody who's looking at this from like outside will probably ask like, why are you ready to like leave Nigeria when you've not even seen up to half of Nigeria? You've not experienced half of the culture. You've not gone to half of the states. You've not gone, you've not seen like the lifestyle of all these people. It's probably like what you've heard on the news and whatnot and what other people have said, but you've not been to Plateau State, you've not been to Katsina State, you've not been to Borno State, places like that basically.
Yeah.
So are there any like experiences that you've had that has probably made you decide to be on your first class flights out of Nigeria, or you saying, you know what, I am not really ready to run, but I'll actually just look out for like better opportunities for myself? Have there been any experiences that have made you like condition your minds to be on this wavelength?
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Okay, sure.
I've grown up in Lagos, right? I don't need to see everywhere in the country to know that the experience that I've had is more or less like can be transferred to the entire state. And also like Nigeria is unique in the sense that fake news is not really that big of an issue, because if you hear things on the news, on the actual like channels news about what is happening somewhere else, 9 times out of 10, it's exactly correct.
What's going on?
So I've heard everything. I don't need to go there to experience it. I don't need to be in Kano where they are killing people. I don't need to go there to see for myself. I don't need to go to Enugu with the sit-at-home order and all of those things. We all know what's going on. So I think that's enough of a reason to make whatever decisions you want out of that. You have all the information, really and truly.
Okay, so let me ask you, Anniedora. So tell me about schooling here in Nigeria, education, because I mean, like, most of our listeners and viewers are young people. Some of them are in school. Some of them are about to get into school. Some of them have just left school. So these are like common grounds with us. So tell us where you schooled, how it was like, some experiences you had. Good, bad. Just let me know.
I schooled in University of Ibadan.
Interesting.
And it was...
You didn't add Oyo to the list of places that you've gone.
I did. It was the first place I mentioned.
Yeah, sorry, Wahala. Don't be angry. No vex.
It was pretty amazing. I was in theatre arts.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, it's cool. But it's stressful.
Sorry to interrupt you. I heard one story about your school, Sha. Because you see, this is why I like Nigeria. There's so many stories. Basically, I heard this story about this guy whose name was Daniel, and he went into the lion's den in your school and said that God sent him there to shut the mouth of the lion. And then he entered and died.
Fake news.
Fake news?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, what lion's den?
We have a zoo.
Oh, okay.
If that happened, then yeah, definitely. Those lions, they look
hungry.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear that.
Yeah, no problem.
Ever.
Okay,
first time.
So back to what you were saying then.
Yeah.
Good to know it was fake news. I can't believe I believed that for like 16 years of my life, but it's fine. Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
School was really fun. Especially because I didn't really have too many responsibilities. I wasn't thinking of my school fees. My parents were looking after me for that angle. I was only concerned about like making friends, having a good time, being in school, having good grades. I think by like 300, I was done with being in, what phase would I even call that? I was done being like the party person or the person who was going out. So 300 level, I just got very serious and was able to graduate with a good.
Girl, that part of my lifestyle in 300 level and it hasn't stopped. Party every night. So I'm wondering, wow, you're a very
crazy.
responsible lady. I'm so proud of you. Well done.
Since I've already like,
Child.
if fights happen, you know she does.
Yeah, now talk to me.
I was talking to you.
Oh, I made an enemy on the show. But still guys are be. We're together.
For now.
To strike.
Women stick together. So
Wow.
But school was pretty fun. Although there were, Nigerian school, we went on strike every year. It got to a point where we already knew, like, if we're about to start tests or exams, we'll just know, let there
2
be
weeks.
strike.
Yes, let there be strike and there will be strike.
And then there will be strike. And then we forget, like, you're supposed to read, but then weeks,
not
they
your
resume.
praying for strike.
Guy.
That's
When
crazy.
you've not read
You
for
know the
exams.
thing, you know why? Because whenever we would go on a strike, it will become, when we have all those indefinite strikes, then we resume and UI tries to quicken everything. So it's like 2 weeks for you to get all your shit together and the
Get
exam.
back on track
so it's
and
like,
then exam. So
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of times
the
when you
indefinite
hear
strike must
there's
have
going
lasted
to be
like
a
3 months
strike,
and then you didn't
you're
study,
already thinking,
guys.
please let them call it.
Oh my god.
But other than that, it was pretty
Interesting.
awesome for me.
Nice. So strike perspective. Let's hear from you because I know so many people are on your table and many people are praying now that they don't strike because
Yeah.
those rumors all over again. So talk to me.
So I went to school in University of Birmingham
Gigi.
and
UIUB.
yeah.
Let's put it
I mean,
like
it
that.
was fun. It was nice. I was abroad alone. I mean, it was okay. I'm very quiet and very shy, so I didn't really like get into like student life, if you know what I mean. Like I didn't
I
like
don't know what you mean.
I didn't go out. I didn't go clubbing. It wasn't. I did like once or twice, but I realized it wasn't really my scene. I was more like into just other things that I liked. Just hanging out with friends, doing like things with
More
my friends.
intimate gatherings.
Yeah, more intimate gatherings, going to the museums, just like random events that was
Because I still
happening.
have an issue with like going to like a box and then with dim lights, lots of smoke, very, very, very loud music and lights that just make me dizzy.
It's like it
And I
wasn't
pay, like,
even
a fortune.
about the like music and it was more like the people there, like everybody there is there for like clubbing and everybody is probably intoxicated or on some other thing. And I just don't enjoy the vibe. I don't enjoy being around
kind of
other
thing, yeah.
because I also wasn't drinking at the time. I know that I drink that much, but I wasn't drinking. I'd never
Disclaimer, don't worry.
I was quite young, so I was like 16, 17 when I first started. So I couldn't even drink in the first place. So so it just wasn't my scene. I've never been around drunk people before. So it was my first time and I was like, this is scary. I want to go home. Yeah, so I didn't do that much. I just like, I just did things around the city, like the wider Birmingham
Nice.
city, because it's really like
So how
cool.
was that environment for you? Like in learning? How
Learning
school
was
like?
great. Like school was fun because like everything you need is there. You don't even really need to go to class, honestly, because you can do everything online. But you need to go to class for your like attendance and stuff.
Let me ask you a small question.
Yeah.
Let me just draw a comparison here. How did you run your attendance in school? How did you run your attendance in school? So you go first.
Okay. Lectures were not compulsory, so you don't sign attendance in lectures, but you have like these things called seminars, which are smaller groups where you actually like have work to do. You discuss, you do the reading beforehand, and you answer questions. So those are compulsory, and you must sign attendance. So that's actually how your attendance is calculated from seminars and not lectures.
Great.
So you must go for seminars.
Fantastic. How did you sign that?
What do they call all those class captains? I don't know who elects
Course rep,
them.
eh?
Course rep.
Or class governor?
Sometimes the lecturer will not be on ground. It's like, fine, you guys chill, relax. Everybody, you came to class today. But no, that's when they'll decide that, if you piss this one off, you're not in class today.
Damn.
So attendance was basically either on, if the lecturers did come to class, and that was how they have set up their own classes, that, okay, you have to write down your names for them to be there. Or if they had to send a course rep. And if your course rep is someone that's Chris, sometimes you're able to have your name, but most times, if your culture will pass quiz. And then maybe because me, I did not used to have the energy to like be friendly with people that I didn't feel I needed to be friendly with. So I had some courses that I would be absent, even though we were around the environs. Like normally if you're around the environs, that's like a presence as far as I'm concerned. Even if the lecturer is not around, that should be a presence.
Wait, so what I'm trying to drive at is this. Okay. Were your lecturers allowed to miss class? Did you ever for how many years did you spend in school, by the
way? 3 years undergrad, and then I did a foundation year.
Great,
so 4 years.
Let's say 3 years in uni, 4 years. So basically, what course did you study?
Law.
Great. Fantastic. What did you study in UI?
Theatre arts.
Theatre arts. How many years did you spend in the university?
2020 was an extra year. Then because we had strike every year, I did 5 years for a 4-year course. Maybe even more than 5. I think 5 years and some extra months. Because of COVID, yeah. And the strikes. So, yeah.
Okay. So, if you could advise someone, before I ask you this question, have you ever schooled in Nigeria?
Law school.
Oh, you did law school here in Nigeria?
Yeah.
How was that for you? Compared to your days in bed?
Jeez. Ridiculous experience. I can't even believe that institutions run like that.
What was ridiculous about it?
First of all, registration took... No, we were in class, we were in an auditorium, but that was even the least of the experience. First of all, registration is the most tedious thing in the whole wide world. It took me 1 whole week to register, which is so stupid. We're all lining up for 500 years. They'll give us numbers, and then when the people are tired, people that are supposed to register us, when they're tired, they'll go. Then the next day, we have to form new lines with new numbers. And so if you were let's say they stopped at number 50 and you're number 51.
You have to start again. And then
if you don't get there as number 51, forget about it. You're number 1,000.
You're very upset, too.
I said I registered for 1 week straight, and I was also ill. And nobody gave a damn about me. Nobody gave a damn. I was coming there every single day, fighting for my life just to get registered. And the process is so dumb, so stupid. There's 1 million checkpoints and they're doing the same thing.
Okay.
And things that don't even make sense.
Let me cut you here because first of all, this is a very interesting conversation. I'm seeing you guys pour out your hearts about things, and it looks like the common ground of this pain is Nigeria.
That's the common ground.
Because when you talk about Birmingham, you're you're very happy. It was nice.
It made me feel great.
You still said it made you feel great, and now in Nigeria is already triggering you. You're already upset.
I'm triggered.
Your eyes are turning red.
I'm ready to fight if I see any CLE official here.
Wait. Because I can relate, There was something that happened to me in law school. Let me just chip this in. It was when we had to submit body of benches form. And it was the worst day of my life. You gave us
I don't even want to... do you know that I'm traumatized?
You gave us a form to fill. And you made me queue up for 4 hours to submit that form.
It's the day we were collecting the form that actually pisses me off the most. When we had to enter that man's office and he was giving us that stupid damn speech.
Put up your phone. If you don't submit it, you will take a flight to Abuja. Guy, calm down now. What's your problem?
No.
What's your problem?
My blood pressure is rising.
I love how we're on this part because now I want to ask you another question. We've spoken about education for a while. And I mean, like I said, it's a common ground. But another common ground for many of us currently is politics, is governance, leadership in Nigeria. And we've just come out of what some people call the best election we've ever had in Nigeria. Some people.
As how?
Those people they deserve a word in Yaba left, but no problem. We'll get to that. So it's very evident that these elections were very, very frustrating. They were very tiring. They were very exhausting. They were confusing.
Problematic.
I have never seen mutilation of records before like I saw it. Where on INEC sheets, there's Tipex and marker and red barrel and green barrel and black.
They don't even care about us.
But it's very interesting. So yeah, you spoke about a particular CLE Council of Legal Education officer who you didn't like.
Yeah.
And who was literally just overdoing stuff
really
and
just overdoing.
He has more power and he's using that against us. So let me just ask you, let's relate it back to, so we can just round up the conversation on education and flow on to other things like business, career, because it's a long thing.
Yeah.
So what do you think about like our leaders or politics in Nigeria, governance? And when I say leaders, politics, like it's a wide scope, like even from church or mosque or, you know, like everywhere, like somebody has a leverage over you. Like, what's it like in Nigeria?
I think for a lot of times that I've been witnessing it or even experienced it, I don't believe that a lot of our leaders understand that being a leader means you have to be of servitude. I don't think they see it as...
Sure?
They don't know that.
No, you're supposed to serve the people that you are leading.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Sure.
Isn't that like one of the... what do I call it? Like a strong pillar of you being a leader is that you're able to even understand that, okay, this is what the people that you're leading, they
because I don't think these guys understand now when they like get in and they have like 16
so
car
like,
convoys and
then
allowances.
You're like, oh, everybody should bow down to you, yada yada. It's like, come on, guy. That's
Great.
not what you're here for.
So I want to come to you and I want you to like put this side by side with like your time in the UK and how you felt the leadership work there. Are there any similarities and are there any like serious differences? Because like some people want to fly over there. Like she said, she's a fan of flying. She even said she wants to like, she said she wants to fly there. So like, let her know like what to expect if she's going to the UK or you know abroad.
I mean, everywhere has its own like idiosyncrasies. Everything is like things are different there and compared to here. And when you go there, they have the way they do things as well. But in terms of like public officers and my relationship with public officers here and public officers there, or just like anybody in any position of power there and here, completely different. Like I've never been in a situation where someone tried to like use their position and like do anything. If you don't submit this thing now, nothing. Yeah, they never try to intimidate me in any type of way. In this Nigeria though, my God, I don't even know what to say. Like the littlest thing. Okay, speaking of which, yesterday I had to call like somebody for my brother. My brother is taking like a language exam, and then something happened. There was a mix-up, so he can't take the exam anymore. So I had to call the organization to like see if there's something they can do. And then as soon as I got on the phone with this lady, she just started screaming at me that, well, madam, you people are even lucky, oh. This and I was like, girl, I'm only trying to ask questions. Like, what's this attitude about? She doesn't know me from anywhere. You didn't call her girl, you hear I didn't call her girl, but I was like, she was calling me madam, so I was calling her madam. You say mommy or auntie or... I don't know her. I was like, madam, this attitude is completely uncalled for because you don't even know me. Like, you don't know me, you don't know anything about me. I don't know why you're speaking Nigeria, to me like this way. Like I said, everywhere is just hard. So everybody's just transferring aggression. It's nonsense. I went to go and renew my passport in 2019 and they were like, I had like grey braids. In the picture? That's how I went to do they were like, I can't take my picture like that because it will not show on the... I was like, what does that even mean? Like, is my face there? Yes. Can you see my features? Yes. What do you mean my hair will not show? As in, what if I was bald? Does my hair need to be there? They're like, I have to go and rent a wig. Sorry, give me a minute. They told me... They told me that I had to go and rent a wig. They even have people there that are renting wigs. Are you serious? You see how the whole system is making nonsense, a mountain not of right? Nothing. Then I went to go and rent this nonsense wig from God knows where. Like that day I was even so stressed for myself. Like, what if I get lice? Like, I don't know. Bruh. But like the picture ended up looking so horrible. Like, I'm so sad. And I'm stuck with that for the next 10 years. When I was going back to school. 2029. I'm like, when I was going back to school, the immigration officer at Heathrow was like, girl. Are you going through? The way he looked at my passport and he looked at me, he was like, sis. He was laughing. And I was like, fair enough. I mean, now me cause I'm like, did I need to go through that? Was it necessary? Hold on, Anniedora, I'm going to come to your own experience. I want you to give me like, so like at this stage now, I want you guys to give me your own Nigerian experience. But let me tell you mine. God is good. Let's start from there. So, not far from where we're located. It was Good Friday last year, 2022. I was going to Badon. But on Thursday, is it Good Thursday or do we call it Good Thursday now? It's not Good just Thursday. Okay, so it's Good Friday. Or maybe Good Friday. Holy Thursday because it's Holy Week. Okay, so Holy Thursday. Let's just call it Thursday. So on the Thursday before Good Friday, I was leaving law school and I was heading to my house.
and my tire bust. So thankfully, I'm managing the situation. The car stops, and all of a sudden, I'm trying to like change the tire. And then these last mile officials walk up to me. There are two of them, and they say, "Oh God, we're going to tow your vehicle." I'm like, hold on, my tire just bust. I have a spare tire. I have like my seat cushion, everything. I can change it. It won't take me 5 minutes. You don't have to tow me. They were like, oh, this is a very dangerous place. It's the highway. Is this? I'm like, thankfully, I'm on the side. Just 5 minutes. All you need to do is stay around me, divert traffic, and in 5 minutes, I change the tire and we're out of here. Like, no way. Before I know it, against my will, they bring their Hummer Jeep, that condemned Hummer Jeep that they used to tow me away, and then they towed the car away.
The fact they were not even trying to help
They were not trying to help me. Now, I think at the point, I was even nodding my head like, okay, that's good. Like, the last mile guys are working. They're trying to ensure that there's no traffic. And they're also trying to ensure my safety. So I was very happy. I'm like, oh, good. I'm starting to like the new governor. It's probably working. No wahala.
LOL.
Next thing, I'm in their office. They lock the gates. I go get somebody to change my tires, the organizer. We change the tires and everything. And I'm like, okay, thank you very much. I'll change my tire. Can I go? And they're like, I can't go anywhere. I'm like, what? And they say to me, you have to pay for the towing services.
No, but did I ask you?
So I said, okay, I need to pay for it. He said, yes. I said, okay, how much is it? 5,000 He said, no, 55,000.
Also, why would you pay for government towing
I'm
services?
sorry that I'm laughing.
Where are the taxes going?
No, sorry, because I was laughing too. I found it very funny. I found it very amusing. I'm like,
I started looking for the cameras.
I said, wait, like, when is a prank, eh? So I'm like, 55K. He said, yes. I said, but wait. Where you told me from to here is a 5 minutes walking distance. We could have pushed this car.
The worst part is they'll never print you an invoice. They'll just send you one account number.
Bro. So I start arguing with them. And then I think one of the things that work is that, like, if you get the names of their, like, the names on their uniforms or something, like, it makes them calm down a little bit. But this guy was not calm, he was upset. It's like, put your name out of my mouth. I'm like, officer this. He's like, don't mention my name. Don't do this. So I started calling, like, powers that be that I know in Lagos. I'm like, please, oh, I'm in this last mile office, so help me out here. Or I don't have 55,000 naira that I'm going to give. Cut long story short, Sha. They gave me a discount.
No way!
They gave me a discount of 5,000 naira. So I paid 50K. No,
Oh my
I paid
god!
my 50K and I
Oh
bounced.
my god!
I was so upset.
Oh my
I
god!
was
The discount
cussing.
was.
Oh my God. You know, like, unfortunately for me, I
That's
don't
the
have this.
funniest
I had
thing.
this Mercy Chinwo song playing in the car, and at a point, I'll forget about the sorrows that just happened. I'll be singing and worshiping. Next, I'm like, shake it, something like that. You know, I don't want to use the exact words.
No,
but
not
I'm
the
like,
discount.
I'll cuss again. I'll be upset, and I'll now find myself saying,
Five,
"Jesus, you love me too much." Oh. And I go, anyway, Sha.
Duality of being a
So
Nigerian.
I got home. I was so upset. I ate pounded yam. I went to sleep because I was very upset. Yes, no.
They're so upset you ate.
Yeah, I ate. I needed to.
Everybody's different.
And then I went to bed. Next morning, of course, I wasn't sure of why the tire bust. So I said I wasn't going to drive to Ibadan. So I took a bus. It's public holiday. I took a bus from some place in Lagos, some national place. And then I was on journey, and then we got to somewhere around here. And all of a sudden, the conductor pulls out a gun, puts it on my neck. I felt it. It was very cold. But
Not
hard
one
guy,
chance.
hard guy. I'm like, Oga, calm down. We
No
did together.
way.
Relax. Farabalẹ̀. Calm down, chief. Relax. So the guy's like, where's your phone? Where's your phone? I brought out my phone. No, I just changed my phone in January.
You would have started
And this was
crying
April.
blood.
Guy, it was very painful. It was very painful. I just bought this phone in dollars. I was like,
Hey!
God, please.
You're very
Please.
sane.
What is this?
Jesus!
So I'm like, is that the phone you want? The guy said yes. So
Oh my
I gave him
God.
the phone. They stopped and then nudged me out of the bus. Literally pushed me down, bruised my knees and my hands. So I have scars here.
2023, and there's one chance.
2022.
2022.
April.
One chance.
And then, so after that, I'm like, shit, my bag. And I think they heard me, so they stopped and then they tossed my bag
Oh,
out.
how nice.
How nice it
Oh my
is.
God.
Then my laptop and some stuff were in the bags. I'm like, great. Thank God you didn't know about that. So thank you. My wallet. So like, thank you for that.
Oh my goodness.
Now, this is where it gets interesting, and that's why I'm coming to Anniedora. Sorry, I'm taking time with like my story, but it's just very important.
Crazy.
So after that, I just turned, like in less than 3 seconds, I just turned and I see a parked police vehicle. I'm like, great.
They're minding their
God is
business.
wonderful. So I ran to them. I'm like, excuse me, I've just been robbed. That is the boss going. And I pointed at it. And then they said, oh, really? Wow. Okay. Do you have a piece of paper? I said, no. I said, do you have a biro? I said, no. I said, okay, you need to go and get us a piece of paper and a biro and then write a statement. Guy, I walked away. I found the nearest Okada. I took Okada back to my house because they're not buying my time.
I would have been
I
crying,
was so confused.
throwing up,
I was
shaking,
absolutely confused.
feverish. They would have had to rush me to hospital because I can't take that.
I'm like, bro, the boss is going. I should write a statement first. I've just...
This story is making me upset.
Wow.
It's making me upset.
But you know, like, regardless of that, I still love Nigeria. You know, I still find it very difficult to like...
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they're doing me for my village. Somebody has to tell me.
Perhaps.
You know, so Annie, tell us like your own, like one Nigerian experience that like just makes you wild. And
honestly, right now, yours just like, I have nothing in my head right now.
Like,
because I'm still trying to.
That's a crazy experience. Like,
man,
I don't know how you have keeping on.
Yeah,
but we move.
Still
we
laughing.
move. You know,
Bruh.
we move, yeah. Okay,
So
let's touch on something else.
okay.
Right? Let's touch on something else. Let's talk about business opportunities here in Nigeria. Like your career, your businesses. You know, someone told me one time that in Nigeria, this is like one place where you can like sleep poor and wake up rich. Yeah. What do you think about it? Because like during the elections, this guy that was just saying LP when they were counting and see now the guy has like almost 200K followers. He's an influencer now. He's chilling, he's balling, you know. Our wonderful superwoman who just broke the record, you know, she was on 10K followers. She's on 1 million now in like 4 days. And that comes with like its perks and, you know. So what do you guys think about that? So like, yeah.
That it's not like
it's not a given. It's not set in stone.
It's not a set in stone type thing. Especially because wait, what? It's not set in stone. It's like very few people.
She's like, let me analyze this thing again. Like, calm down first.
It's like very few people that happens for. But yeah, on that is like it depends on what exactly it is that brings you out. A lot those like the guy that was saying LP or whatever, it wasn't an intentional thing. And then even now as he's an influencer, it's basically people just start following because it's like, oh, there's this what would you call it, an excitement,
like
then
buzz.
paying attention to there's like that buzz that this is happening for this person, and you know now all the other people equally daydreaming through this person's life is making it look like yes, this is the norm, but it's not really a norm. And it's also a thing that I think happens in a lot of other places.
Absolutely.
You see people that they get famous off of, maybe they went viral for a very silly thing, and then they start making money off of that virality. So I wouldn't really say you have to still put in your blood, sweat, and tears, even times 2 here, to make something of yourself that will stand the test of time.
Yeah.
You talk to me, you stay in like arts in Nigeria. So like talk to me about how you know, like probably work, business, how like career journey like is over there and what is different here in Nigeria.
I'd say like at the core of things, it's pretty much the same because capitalism is the same everywhere.
Capitalism.
So the capitalism there is capitalisming. Capitalism here is also capitalisming, but we have all other things to add on top. There's also poverty in the UK. Let's not get that confused. But the difference here is like the average there's no middle class here. There's a middle class in the UK. You can get a job and pay your bills. Although it's not perfect, nobody's saying like that's the dream. There's no paradise anywhere. But you can get a job and pay your bills and, you know, live somewhat comfortable. There's nothing like that here.
You go 9 to 5.
Yeah,
and then in fact your 9 to 5 is not 9 to 5 because you left your house at 6 a.m.
Absolutely, your 9 to 5 is not 9 to 5.
You get to the house from 5 o'clock, get by like 7 again.
And who's to say your pay is even worth it at the end of the day? Who's to say your pay is worth it? Your pay cannot even like rent you anywhere sensible, because if you look at Lagos real estate, it's the most nonsense thing I've ever seen in the whole wide world. 1 bedroom with angular kitchen and toilets in the corner, and you're seeing 3 million.
You guys
Let's be so for real. Like, I just cannot. So it doesn't make sense here.
You guys are working.
It really doesn't make sense here. So, and like virility or virality is not like a metric for success. So you can't say that because someone can go viral and their life will change, that means things are working. Like, how, like, that doesn't even make sense. What is happening for the average person here? That's how you know whether your society is thriving or not.
Great. I like what you said. So like, I want you guys to tell me, let's go back to like yourselves as individuals. Tell me like some things that you're doing now that are thriving, and maybe like some of us can like pick some hope from it. Because the truth is, not all of us will leave tomorrow, right? Not all of us will leave next week. Some of us are still going to be like stuck in Nigeria for like next 2, 5, 15 years, thereabouts. For some people. It's inevitable, right?
Some people are never leaving.
And some people are coming back. So like, let's get like some insight to some things that you're doing that are working for you, and how you're doing it, how you're surviving in Nigeria, because some of this Lagos is not for the weak.
Yeah.
Definitely not. So shed some light on it.
Currently I work remote, and this is a hybrid job, is it? This is the only hybrid job I have. The other ones are mostly remote. We meet up maybe once in a week or never in a week.
Interesting. So you have control of your time.
Yes, I have more control of my time.
I wish.
Than, the average Joe who has to work 9 to 5. Good luck to you. So that's like it's a benefit for me, because I get to put my attention on other things like my podcast. At some point, I will want to start a business again. I had one in school, but after school, I had to like put that on hold. Equally, finding balance though has been tough for me, because they're all just new jobs as well. So finding balance, to make out time for this one and that one, prioritizing and everything that I'm doing, because of my experience. They use like your experience to like, they use your experience to kind of vouch or decide how much they're going to pay.
Yeah.
So in as much as, yes, I do have a lot of control over my time, the expectations with the pay, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't.
Fair enough. Okay, talk to us.
I can't give anybody advice about anything.
Aspire to perspire.
I can't, and I can't really say what is working for me, because what is working for me is I have a family that supports me. That's what is working for me. And
great. I want to cut you a little bit, right? Don't you think that that's one of the highlights and high points about being Nigerian? Like, everybody's family, like, there's this togetherness. There's one auntie that wouldn't mind her business and she spoke nosy. How about you go and get married tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know, because I can only speak for my own family and what my family does. And I know that there are other people whose family is not as supportive as mine, and they're just there to gossip and not really add anything to your life. So I can't really say that it's an advantage. It depends on the family that you come from. Also, there are many other cultures where family is just as valuable and just as important, and they do the whole community living thing. But the only thing that is working for me is that I have a family that supports me. I live at home with my parents. I don't have to think about paying any bills. Yeah. So any money I make from my business absolutely belongs to me. I don't have to put this anywhere. I don't have to give anybody anything. That is literally what is working for me. If I did not have my parents and if I did not live in their house, I'm going to be struggling with everybody else. And I studied law. I'm not practicing because I can. Because I can sit at home. Because I can.
Big flex.
Yeah, like many people do not have that privilege. Exactly. Yes. If I didn't have them, I'd be in a 9 to 5. Yeah. Hustling my way.
Hustling your way.
Like everybody else.
Okay, so I like to call this segment like, people say dream big, but me, I like to call it imagination won't kill me.
Scream.
Okay. So, like now somebody told me like, I want to get you on a remote job and I'll be paying you £1,500 every hour. Yeah, and imagination really won't kill me. So I've still been imagining, like every 2 minutes, I just pick my calculator and I'm pressing
No, for real.
1,500 times 920 times 10 hours a day. Or why can't I work 20 hours a day? Look at job, I go work, die. Okay.
Oh my
so,
God.
Yeah, I like to call this part of the show, my imagination won't kill me, okay? So it's the part where you tell me about your dreams, your aspirations, and how you think you can live them in Nigeria, and how you think you live them better if you went abroad. You guys understand?
Yeah.
Should I say it again?
No, I
I
think
get
I
it.
guess.
Yeah, no, smart.
Let's
students.
have start.
I want her to start. So why are you not starting? Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins on 3. Best of 3. Are you
Wait,
ready?
rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Or
Yes,
rock, paper?
scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Do you get? So rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
then you have to
Okay.
like make a move. Okay. So on my count, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Rock, paper, scissors. Sorry, I meant to like,
Sir.
you know why? Imagination will kill me. I'm still thinking about that money. I'm still thinking about that money. Seriously. Yeah, let's do this again. Are you ready? So 1, 2, ready, go. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, 1. 1, 2, ready, go. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
1.
Last one.
Last one. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? You want to send like a message to her, tell her like you finish her or something?
No, it's friendly.
Yeah, calm, you're
Yeah.
friendly. You, Anniedora doesn't look like a friendly person. These are
She looks
gangster,
friendly.
Tupac, bucket hat. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, ready, go.
I
Okay,
win.
great. You win, sis. You start.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the question again?
Here
Imagination.
we go.
Oh,
Yeah, like your
like my
dreams, your
dream
aspirations, how you think you can leave them here in Niger, and if you were
Versus
abroad,
abroad.
like how you leave them, how you achieve those dreams, like you get.
like I said, I do have a podcast. So podcasting, and I do want to venture into being a content creator at some point. I think it would be better there because of accessibility and because for a lot of, it's a thing where it's also recognized as like,
I'm sorry, I just had one thought. Like when you're shooting and the NEPA just takes lights.
Yeah.
You know, it's better.
Yeah.
there, you know, at least there's lights. And also because it's a thing where people are becoming aware of it and are equally making room for it. There's like, it's easy for you to like set out your rate cards, have collaborations
Someone sent me one rate
with,
card the other day and it started from like 400K and I'm like, guy, calm down. It's not to put like this and this and just shout, bye.
Listen,
Yeah, like it's not really appreciated here that
yeah,
much.
it's not
yeah.
appreciated here. That's another thing. I feel like it'd be better there or in a place, not even there being anywhere, maybe in a society that at least recognizes that and understands the value of being a content creator and equally how brands can value from you creating content for them with your audience or with your followers, whatever.
Fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
how about you?
speaking of lights, I just wanted to say that we didn't have light for like 2 weeks because something happened somewhere and they're fixing it. 14 days, no lights.
Or the rain.
Just 14.
The
14
rain too.
days, even
Just-
before the rain.
just
This was
for-
before the
just
rain.
14 days.
Well,
I want to ask you guys a quick question. I've thought about this thing all my life. And I really want to understand. All my life. Because
Okay.
now I discovered that one of the things I believed for 16 years of my life is
not true.
fake news. So, I mean, now I want to be sure that this was not also fake news too. I've discovered that, or I thought that Nigeria was like moving on hydroelectricity, right? Like through the dam, Kanji and the rest of them. That's how we generate lights through water. Why is it that when it rains, they must take lights?
I don't know. I don't know who you are.
Just to remind you
That what?
that you're here. You're in Nigeria.
Genuinely cannot
I think
give you
that's
an
all
answer.
because
I'm
there
screaming.
can be lights.
We need to pay our bills. We're out of time, but okay, you were going to
My
you need
dreams.
to answer
Oh,
your dreams,
okay.
aspirations, and whatnot.
Yeah, so my dream is I studied law for a reason. It's not just for vibes, but I don't want to like practice traditional law. I'm more interested in like law tech, not tech law, but like legal tech, tech within the legal industry. And I don't know how to do that here. So that's
Can't
one.
imagine.
Then another thing, my actual real life dream is to like not be working to live, but be working because I feel like working. And I would like to like live on a farm and be like self-sufficient, grow my own food and live with all my family, my siblings, my parents, in-laws, everybody. And I feel like that would be more achievable. Not achievable. I feel like I would enjoy it more here because this is home and I like being around people that I know and I'm familiar with. But the problem is it's getting there will be like the most arduous thing in the whole wide world. And I don't know.
Imagine.
Yeah. But then compared to there, in terms of like living on a farm or whatever, I feel like I can make enough money, but then I would never really feel at home there. And I cannot bring all of my family to live in one place there. So that's the problem. So there's no way, basically. But in terms of law tech, flying over there.
Okay, so I want to ask one last question. And in this last question, I want you to answer it from the viewpoint of whether a young Nigerian, a Gen Z, can succeed in this country. So basically, we've spoken a lot. We've spoken about like the struggles, the hardships, the good, the bad,
the ugly,
the ugly. My experience was
the
the ugly one,
lasma.
yeah, very ugly. But like we've seen like a little bit from education, politics, business, sort of family, you know, things like that. So I just wanted to answer this question with that viewpoint in mind. Like, can a young Nigerian here succeed? Like, whether you, if you stay here, can you succeed? Can you find the breaking points where like you begin to succeed and thrive? So here's the question. If you were, should I use this word? If you were president of Nigeria, what things would you change for young people to be able to succeed in Nigeria? As many as you can, just list in like 30, 40 seconds.
I think I would take pensions very seriously. So
Pensions
that
are for old people.
Yeah, so that they can understand they don't need to work anymore. Because you first have to let go of all of them so there can be space for the new people that
Never thought of it that way.
So that would be one thing.
point.
Would be pay the elderly and probably even create elderly homes for them to like just stay and
Like just get
like
out
just
there.
be there. Especially because you go on the road, you see there's a lot of them on the road. And then there's the ones that are even, because they maybe something happened along the line and they're not enjoying their money, you know, their retirement funds or whatever. They have now become burdens for the young people in their lives that are trying to, you know, maybe get themselves out of where they are.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, if you can sort out those people at least, it will create room in like some of these, even like civil service environments, it would create room for us to hire young people. Then at least that will solve employment issues to a minimum. Then equally, maybe, what else would I do? I would equally take education very seriously as well. So that people understand that it is important for you to know what you need to have, like a very good knowledge of whatever it is or whatever career path you want to do, so that you know how you can put that into other things. I majored in publicity and management, and because of that is why I can equally do social media, I can do marketing, I can do publicity. If I didn't do that and I wasn't serious with school to understand, oh, these are other places that yes, my lecturers did not mention, but I can equally put my expertise into. So all of that, I think they both work hand in hand, is get the old people off, let them go somewhere and just chill, let them be looked after, yes. And then sound education and opportunities, and equally teach the young people how they can create opportunities for themselves as well. Then maybe on the case of like safety, I don't know how we're going to do that, but maybe starting with orientation for the police officers and for like this your last issue that happened.
My last people.
I think reorienting the people and then vetting them. Some of them are, apparently I heard you have to have like a criminal record to like get into the police or something. I don't know, it was around that NSAS thing. So like this could be fake.
Or maybe that department.
Yeah,
like,
so this could be fake. Don't take me seriously. If you carry that out,
That's crazy.
it's not on me.
It's what I was just...
I just heard it, and it was during the NSAS time. People were angry, so
Perhaps.
so that
just in
needs
passing,
to
rest
be,
in peace
I
to
think,
the people
like,
who lost their lives and family
reorienting them.
members during that
And
time.
I would equally say that there should be free therapy. I don't know how we're going to sort that out, because what is actually causing a lot of the issue is passive aggression. All these things that happen to you is passive aggression. Someone pissed you off. You're now feeling like a random person owes you 50K for tires that burst. They did not even ask you, oh,
do I have it?
How do we help you with your tires? So I would equally, at least that should be put in like hospitals. I heard we have a very minimum number of people that actually give therapists.
I kind of love how you think. Maybe like if we have another episode like this, we have another episode like this, we'll probably like invite you. You know, I mean, you invite
I will
us.
be here.
And exactly.
You'll be here.
It's true. You invite yourself, something like that. Okay, so same question for you.
Yeah, if I was president, I'll change everything, but mostly minimum wage like has to be a livable wage.
Yes.
Like. Why is it minimum wage when you can't do anything for someone? What's even the point?
What's the minimum wage?
30K. It's still 30K.
Yeah. As in, what can 30K do for somebody?
You can't even buy groceries for like a month.
Like,
2 weeks.
So yeah, minimum wage should be something reasonable, first of all. I'd say like they should plan cities better because the major issue with Lagos is that it's nonsense. It's not planned in a way that makes any sense at all.
Or maybe there's a plan and it's just congested.
Maybe
so like
this is the plan.
Open up other cities.
No. Maybe this is the plan. Maybe this is the plan for it to be nonsense so that they can be catching people like you on the road and extorting them. Maybe that's the plan. I don't know. But the plan is not working. And yes, like links to other cities. Yeah. If there was like reliable links, lots of like Lagos would be so much more free and decongested. Another thing is, yes, education, like not just with schools, more so like alternative forms of education, like alternative paths to success. Education is important, like formal education of schooling is important, but there are also other ways. You don't have to go to university to succeed and to be educated. And also like in terms of traditional education, I think that Nigerians succeed despite the system. The education that is giving out, that people receive in universities is quite subpar when you think about like in comparison with elsewhere in the world. So they need to like set Nigerians up more to be able to compete globally because everything that Nigerians are able to do globally is despite the system. They've gone beyond after graduating uni or whatever, they've done the extra work to get there.
For both of you, I want to sing one particular song because I'm sure this guy wrote it for you guys. Are you ready to hear it?
What song?
Are you sure? Tell me you're ready. Do you want to hear it?
Ready.
Overwise.
I'm screaming.
Every other day. Man, I swear, like so much wisdom just passing through this place, but like we're out of time.
Period. You said it, sis.
Women.
That's it.
Where are they renting that wig again so I can wear it next time? Well, you know, I've had so much fun like listening to you guys. And the truth is, whether you want to fight for Nigeria or you want to take a flight out, the thing is about knowing who you are, knowing what you stand for, knowing what you have to give to the world. Because if you don't have anything to give, whether you're here or you're abroad, you're going to be as useless as useless itself. Yeah. And I've loved hearing you guys speak, and I'm looking forward to a Gen Z actually being like president someday when he goes to House of Assembly and saying, this your bid is not giving.
It's not giving.
Nigeria is not Nigerian.
At all.
All this kind of nonsense. But you know, like I've had so much fun and I've learned a couple stuff from you, Anniedora, and you, Oke. And I'm so glad to have done this with you. So yes, guys, keep listening to the 21st year and watch out for many more exciting episodes because this is your one-stop spot for everything that makes sense. We love you. And Dora, do you want to say anything to the viewers, listeners? Any final words?
President.
No, wow. When do you want to contest?
I'm not sure yet, but like just in case. Remember this face. Just in case.
Great. How about you?
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. You should tell us your crochet.
At Oke, that's spelled AWKE. And then also subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Name a Better Trio. It's me and my sisters. Just
fantastic.
Wholesome content.
So do follow me on the Lemonade Society pod on Instagram and Anniedora. That's ANNIEDORA on Instagram.
Hi guys, my name is Toroti Akin-Taylor. I'm a politician, a lawyer, an author, and I'm privileged to host this episode of 21st year. All right, so like I was saying, you know, it's a women's world, so whatever they say, whatever they want is what happens. But yeah, wherever you are, give it your best. Don't look down on yourself. Think big I'm trying to give all the
Aspire
aspire
to
to perspire
perspire.
things I can
We've
find.
heard.
But the most important one, right? The big you're expecting is in little you're expecting. Wherever you are in the world,
okay.
Nigeria, abroad, there's something around you.
Bars.
Find it, use it. We love you guys. See you till next time.